Hello and welcome to our series of tutorials. Today we are going to start our series on PBR materials. PBR stands for physically based rendering, and you can find more details of what PBR rendering is and what are its implications on the internet. In this series we are just going to be looking at how different properties in PBR material are seen in the editor. So first of all, let's load a test model. We're going to load this monkey, the Suzanne monkey from it's a very famous model. Now once you select this, by default anything which is imported in WebGI, it will have a physical material. So it's in picking, on the right hand side you have physical material. So let's see a few properties right from the beginning. You have a wireframe, so it goes to a wireframe mode. You have vertex color, so in case vertex colors are there right now, it looks like that it has black vertex color. These will be applied. You have a color which is a constant color applicable to the entire model, so you can change it to whatever you want. Let's bring it back to white. Now here is a map, and this refers to a map which will be applied on this model. Now one thing important, that is, in order for a map to be applicable, first of all let's apply a map. Map is nothing but an image. So something like this, what you see on my screen. Let's try to apply that. You can either click here and upload it from your computer or from a URL. Also you can do is drag and drop the map here, and as you can see, a map is applied on this. Now underneath you have the map sampler options, so let's take a closer look at them. First of all, you have the repeat factor. So let's see what happens if I make it 3, add 3 both. You can see that we have increased the amount of repeats for this map. You clearly see what happens. It's both in X and Y direction of the texture map which is applied here. Let's give it 5 maybe. You have other options like offset, so it will move the map in the respective texture direction. You can do the center offset of the map and also rotate the map. So as you can see that this is going to rotate the texture on the surface of the object. You have the option to choose between linear and sRGB space. So in general, most of the images they are made so that you should apply a sRGB color space. In case if it is not, then you can switch to linear. You have the flip Y option to flip the image in Y direction, and this is important. Wrap S and Rect T. These options by default we are putting in wrap mode. So if you put to clamp to edge, you see that the texture is not coming correctly. So it's better to it depends on how your artist has created the UV maps. Now just a quick note on UV maps. So you see this is the model, this is the blender, and let's see how its UVs are. So you can see these are the UVs coordinates assigned to this mesh. So any mesh should have some UV coordinates in order for the map to appear on the model. If it doesn't have any UV maps, the maps will not appear, or if the UV maps are wrong, not designed properly, then also the map will appear not very correctly. So that's about the map. A few options. Now let's go to some other PBR options. We'll start with roughness map. So let's go and open the roughness map option. So you can see that You have roughness and metalness. I'll make the metalness 0. And what by roughness you can change the way the object looks. It's more shiny or glossy versus very matte. Let's remove the map for this right now and change the roughness. As you can see, it changes. Now, also what you can do is you can choose a roughness map. So instead of constant value, let's try that. Again, for clarity, we'll apply the same checkerboard pattern to roughness map and make the roughness 1. Let's change the color a bit like darker to see what exactly it looks like. And in the roughness map, let's make it 2. Okay. So as you can see, that roughness map dictates how the surface appears to the eye. So here on these part, you can see it appears glossy, whereas in between part, it appears very rough. On top of it, you can also control the roughness value. So a roughness value here and the roughness map, they kind of multiply each other, and that's the final roughness which you see on your 3D model. So this is a very handy tool. That is, if you want to control a roughness of the surface on a per pixel or per pixel basis, per fragment basis, then you can apply a roughness map onto the surface. The same options are there for roughness map sampler, which we discussed in the map. And so for now, we'll pause this video, and then in the next video, we are going to continue with some other properties of the PBR materials. Till then, thanks so much for watching.